Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. And welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I post videos regularly. I don't have a schedule, but I'm regular. So today I am doing a video that is really fun and exciting for me. One person asked for it and that was all I needed. A couple videos ago I did a taking Gilmore Girls quizzes thing. And I basically was like, I'm literally obsessed with Gilmore Girls. I will do any Gilmore Girls videos that anybody asks me. And sorry, my cat's being a menace. And somebody commented on that video and asked me to rank my favorite Gilmore Girls characters. So I actually didn't have to do any preparation for this video because all of my friends that are Gilmore Girls fans, so I had ranked two separate lists of Gilmore Girls, 10 and 10, two separate lists of characters that I had put together, basically townspeople versus not townspeople, and I had all my friends rank them, I ranked them, and then I compared all of the results, and it was super fun. And this was in August, I think. So some of these some characters are always kind of changing how I feel about them, but this is my list. I'm not going to say it's not every Gilmore Girls character ever. Like I said, it's 20 characters, but I think I have most of the main ones. If there's anybody that I forgot and you want to know how I feel about them, please comment it and I will let you know. But I'm just going to start with my most hated character first and work my way up to my favorite. My list is controversial and I literally don't care. But I would love to hear your opinions. So, also, I am ill. Just wanted to say my voice sounds weird. I am ill. I'm supposed to be at work today, and I woke up in the middle of the night with a sore throat and ear pain. And so I need to go to CVS and pick up a COVID test just to make sure so that I'm able to go to work. I have class tonight too that I probably shouldn't skip. So anyways, this is what I'm doing on my day off. Even though I probably should not be talking. But okay. My least favorite and most hated Gilmore Girls character is Kirk. This can't be that controversial, right? I know some people are like, Kirk is so funny, he's so beloved. Kirk ruins every episode that he has a plot line in. I want to say it's season 6. Or it might be season 5. I think it's the end of season 5. There's an episode where it's Live and Let Diorama, which is season 5, episode 18, I think. I'm showing my crazy. And it's the one where they all drink the Founder's Day punch, Lane, Paris, and Rory, and they get super drunk, and so Paris stays the night, and Kirk eats too much candy, and he stays the night, and he's hungover or whatever. Anyways, Paris said, how old is he? And Rory says, you'd have to open him up and count the rings. And how is this man even a real person? I literally, all of his storylines just piss me off so much. I literally hate Kirk. Moving on. Okay, actually looking at this, I actually disagree with what I'm about to say next, but this is my ranking in August, so I'm gonna stick to it, but I feel kind of next I have Dean. Now, I actually think Teen Dean, not bad. Honestly, not bad. I just think, not for me, not for Rory. But not a horrible person. He really did love her. He just was like not a good match, very boring, very like just didn't really have the same values as Rory, and just I'm not a fan of him, honestly. But I don't think he should be this low, because when I read you some of the people that are above him, I just have like a visceral reaction to Dean. But above him, I have Taylor. And the thing about Taylor that I like is that he loves Stars Hollow. He is a traditionalist. He is all about like the integrity of the town and the law and the rules. And maybe it's because I'm a law student, but I'm like, you know what? Good for Taylor. That being said, he is the most annoying, manipulative, just obnoxious dude. Like, he's just a ruiner. He just ruins everybody's fun. And it's like, I mean, I get that that's like part of the charm, is for there to be like the Stars Hollow conflicts, and like the town meeting scenes are always entertaining, but like, I just hate Taylor. But I did feel really bad when Jackson ran against him for town selectman, and they have that video of him just like sitting there listening to sad music knowing he lost. That hurt my feelings. Next I have Michelle, which again, I'm currently in a season where I actually am liking Michelle. I like him in the later seasons when he's more of a character and less of just like a jerk. Because in the beginning he's very like, they don't really show any good sides to Michelle. But then as the seasons go on, he gets a lot better. It's funny because I can like tell by looking at my list where I was at in the show when I made this ranking, because it just fluctuates. I feel like this was like my season 3. Okay, they are still using the leaf blower outside my complex, but it's a little bit farther away now, so hopefully you can't hear it, or it's just like a low hum and it's not like right outside my window anymore. So that was a little bit of a long break, but I think I was just saying that I was ranking these while I was on like season 3 or season 4, but my rankings definitely change depending on the season. Anyways, next we have April Nardini. Oh my god, my cat. She's talking to me. Can you see her little tail? I love her. April Nardini, she ruined Luke and Lorelai's entire romance, but she is just a kid, and I think that she's like funny and like a cool kid, but I hate the situation. But like, if this had happened earlier, like I would have loved to see him and Lorelai, like I don't know, I would have loved to see April be around for longer, and then like him and Lorelai still get married and stuff, and like him to have like shared custody with Anna. But whatever. Next I have Doyle. Please, he just like bothers me. Like he's really funny, and I think he's a good match for Paris, but this man drives me absolutely insane. Like the episode when like he's like yelling at Rory for not having enough respect for him as her editor, but then he puts his bare feet up on her coffee table. Me and Doyle have issues. Okay, next, why did I put this man so low? Okay, next I have Max Medina, but like I must have been on crack when I did this. I love Max Medina. I even love him for Lorelai, but I think Lorelai has 2 far superior matches than Max. I also thought it was weird, like he's Rory's teacher, and like, I don't know, it just felt inappropriate. Like him and Lorelai just felt kind of inappropriate, and the 1,000 Yellow Daisies, give me a break. But I do love Max. I think he's a fun character. I just don't like all of the conflict surrounding him. My water bottle is so loud. Okay. Next, I have Marty and the duck soup episode. Like when they go to get Chinese and they come back and he's like Rory, I have to tell you something. I like you. And she says, I like Logan. Whoa. Shatters me for Marty. Like, he's come such a long way from just being naked guy. And he's such a cutie. But then, can we talk about when he starts dating Kristen Ritter? I can't think of the character's name right now. My cat's being needy, but I love her, so I don't care. She's so cute. But then when he's like the boyfriend and pretends not to know Rory and he just like treats her like trash, it's like, I understand that she hurt your feelings because she didn't like you, but like, that was your friend, so like, why are you gonna be like that? I just have issues with Marty, so that's why he's so low, because of his season 7 shenanigans. Okay, or does that happen at the end of season 6? I think it's season 7. Okay. Emily. Okay, this is the thing about Emily, is I rated her this low because of how much I hate her in the early seasons, but as the show goes on, I like her more and more. Emily is an absolute terror. She is so mean, and for anybody that has like an emotionally abusive or manipulative mom, it's just like, I'm triggered. She's just so cruel and just like vindictive, but she has been hurt, you know, by Lorelai and everything. And I think when I start to really get like on Emily's team is in, I want to say it's in season 4, when they all do the Yale tailgate and they have the whole fight about Pennell and Lot, is when I start to be on team Emily, because I'm like, okay, go off. Like, everybody else was acting like the Pennell and Lot issue was fine, and I thought it was a really big deal the way that Emily did. And she obviously loves Rory, she loves Lorelai, she loves Richard. I think she's an incredible wife. She may not be a great mom, but I think she's an incredible wife, and I do think she's a good person. You know, she's a little much, but I still stand her. Okay, next I have Liz. I like Liz. I know a lot of people don't like Liz, and a lot of my friends ranked her really low. I think Liz is spunky. I think she's fun. I think she's what Luke needed. Like, you know, when she started being around, I think Luke needed that. But terrible mom. Like, Jess, hello? Raise your kid? Like, but I think that she has a lot of fun and whimsy, and like her relationship with TJ, and like the Renaissance fair and the Renaissance wedding where Luke asks Lorelai out and they go and dance. I love, and I just think that Liz is so fun. Like, every episode she's in, I'm like here for it. I love Liz. I think she's really fun. Yeah, she's just, you know, she's just a mess, but that's okay. Okay, next I have, and I've been told that this is criminally low, but I have Lane. Okay, here's the deal with Lane and why I have her this low. I think part of why I have her this low is because I think they did her character dirty by having her end up with Zach and just like being in this band and like having the twins, and like I just think they stopped giving Lane good plot lines after like season 4. Honestly, like I don't know what it literally just feels like they just like abandoned her character. And we just got less and less of her, and like there's a few good moments toward the end of the series, but I just like, I don't know, I just like don't really connect with Lane. I understand that a lot of people do, so it's probably just a me thing, but I just don't really connect with her, so that's why she's kind of like middle of the road for me. Next I have Jess. I mean, it's very clear now who's going to be toward my top, but again, I hate early Jess. I liked him a lot more when I was younger, and now the older and more mature I become, the more I'm like, what was his problem, literally, like, saying I love you and then running away, or just, like, being literally so rude and just, like, not calling her, and, like, I get that he was just, like, this troubled teenager, but, like, come on. Like, when I was a teenager, I really liked him, and now that I'm older, I'm, like, just a mess. I do like Late Jess. Oh my god, season 6. Why did you drop out of Yale? And, like, when he writes the book, and he, like, comes back for her. Oh. I love that Jess. I love adult Jess. And I typically pretend like the revival never happened, but revival Jess. Okay. Next, I have Richard. Am I on my top 10? Oh, Lane was 10. Okay, so I'm on my top 10. Next, we have Richard Gilmore. I would die for Richard Gilmore. Obviously he has a lot of bad moments, like the whole thing where he, like, takes Luke to the golf course to, like, try to humiliate him, and, like, he's very controlling, just like Emily, but he has so many good wholesome moments. I think he is the best dad that he knows how to be. I think he's a great grandfather. I think he's a great husband. I think he's obviously distinguished and well respected in his career field. He's funny. Maybe I'm in love with Richard Gilmore, actually. But no, I think I just love Richard. Every time he's on screen, I'm entertained. I think he's an incredible actor. I just love any Richard plotlines, and, like, the cute little, like, bonding moments he has with Rory over Yale and everything. And, like, I just love Richard so much. Next, maybe a hot take, I've got Christopher. I'm a Christopher stan. I'm sorry. Yeah, like, okay. Did he walk out on Lorelai when she was pregnant? Yes. Were they also 16 and his parents, like, banished him to boarding school? Yes. And I think people forget that. And, like, the way that he steps into his role with Gigi, and, like, just trying to be a good dad to Rory. And I'm sorry, but, like, I think Christopher and Lorelai are an amazing match, and I love Luke with my whole soul. But I think not Richard and Lorelai, that's gross. I think Christopher and Lorelai easily could have ended up together. And of course he has his faults, but, like, I think overall he's a good man. He tries to stand by his family when he can, as much as Lorelai lets him. And he's a very, very handsome. So, and he had, like, when he has the motorcycle. Oh, so I honestly love Christopher. Okay. Next, I have Suki. I love Suki. Melissa McCarthy was incredible in this role. She was really meant to be Suki. I do think Suki has a tendency to be kind of annoying and very, like, we see Suki and Lorelai fight and argue a lot about, you know, being business partners and that kind of thing. And I don't know, I just think, like, Suki and Jackson's relationship kind of annoys me sometimes. I mean, they're cute, but, like, I don't know. I like Suki. I mean, she's, like, I ranked her 6th, so I like her more than I dislike her. I think she's really fun. I think her and Lorelai's friendship is really cool. So yeah, I'm a Suki fan. Okay, now we're into my top 5. Number 5, I have Rory. I know a lot of people have her ranked lower, but she's literally the backbone of the show, like her and Lorelai, so I don't really get that. But yeah, I honestly think I do like Rory, and I hate this whole narrative about how, like, once Rory left Chilton, she was just, like, completely lost herself. Yeah, I hope so. She's, like, what were you doing when you were 18, 19, 20? Like, I hate this idea that, like, everybody just wanted to be Rory to be perfect, to have no conflict, which, like, 1, that'd be boring, and 2, completely unrealistic. Like, you know, the whole her, like, dropping out of Yale, and, like, I think that was necessary for her character arc and for us as people rooting for her. She basically, I mean, she lived a life free from adversity. So even if this adversity was self-created, I think that we needed that. We needed to hate Rory for a while, to be able to really root for her when she got back on track. And I also think that Rory is funny. I think that she's sweet. I think that she works hard. And yeah, she's been handed a lot, but like, that's really not her fault, you know? I think that I just really like Rory. I mean, I get why people don't like her, and I have moments where I'm like, dude, come on, but like, I like Rory. She's alright. At number 4, I have Logan. Of course, I'm a Logan girly. Looking back, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely think Rory should have accepted his proposal. Do I think that he should have done it in front of a bajillion people at her graduation? No, I do not. But do I think that she should have married Logan? 100%. I think that that is Rory's match. I think that Logan is not the kind of guy that would have wanted or expected her to be this like stay-at-home wife and like abandon her career. No, like, she would have been able to still do great things and have Logan by her side. And I think that she definitely messed up by not marrying Logan. I mean, obviously, again, we're not going to talk about the revival, but like, she obviously messed up. Okay, my top 3, and people always react when I tell them this one. Number 3, I've got Paris. I almost had her at number 2. I think Paris is the real hero of Gilmore Girls. I think that they should have done a spin-off show about Paris's upbringing and Paris's life. I think that Paris deserved valedictorian, not Rory. I think that Paris, you know, knew what she wanted. Sure, she was annoying, but she was a go-getter. She was a hard worker. She came from this, I mean, yeah, she came from money and privilege, but she came from this difficult background with like parents that were absent and like being raised by nanny and all of that, and like, she was busting her ass. And I think she was right to hate Rory for just coming in from Stars Hollow and just taking everything that Paris had worked for and honed as her own for so long. But I think Paris like has had the grandest and vastest character arc throughout the entire series. I think that she has the most growth. I think that she has hilarious one-liners. I think we really see her shine in her relationship with Doyle in the later seasons, and as just this absolutely incredible, like, down-ass friend to Rory. I literally love Paris, and I will die on that hill. I think we should have gotten an entire show about her. Moving on. I'm just going to give you my number 1 and number 2, because once I say number 2, it'll spoil it, but my number 1 favorite Gilmore Girls character is Lorelai, followed closely by Luke. Honestly, my top 3 are all like neck and neck: Lorelai, Luke, and Paris. People can hate Lorelai and say that she's a bad mother, and I don't care. I think that she is the most hilarious, witty, emotional, hardworking, you know, she has this like incredible story of her losing everything and leaving her parents to be independent and figure out her life on her own. Hello, independence in. And I honestly I am a Lorelai stan. I think that she is one of the most incredibly well written characters because her flaws are so present and you root for her anyways. You know, she can be flighty with her relationships. She has this relationship with Rory that's like more friend than mom, and she recognizes those flaws, but she's just really always accomplishing a lot and doing the best that she can. And I love her for that. Lauren Graham in general is incredible to be able to deliver the lines that she does and to really sell us this character. Just like the way that her movements are and the way that she dresses, and just like, I love her. And then obviously Luke. I read something in my last video that Luke was originally supposed to be a woman, meaning like we would have missed out on this like grumpy sunshine pairing, this like grumpy character who hates everyone but Lorelai, and like, you know, he runs the diner, and then he does these incredible things for Jess, and you know, he's there for his sister, and then when April comes in, you know, he prioritizes her and he works hard to be able to see her and to get custody, and you know, then in his relationship and divorce with Nicole, and just like Luke is just, you just root for him, and you just see how warm and kind and compassionate he is underneath that exterior. And you know, his like fights with Taylor, and you know, just like how the townspeople look at and talk about Luke. Luke and Lorelai are endgame, although again, I've got a soft spot for Christopher. And I think that Luke was always thrown into some crazy, you know, drama, and he always stuck around and just like stayed steady through that. And I just feel like, how is Luke not everyone's dream man, with the exception of the poor communicating? But like, and then when he buys the Twickham house. So anyways, that's my rating. If you stuck around this long, that's so nice of you. Please, please, please tell me your thoughts. Who's your favorite Gilmore Girls character? Who's your least favorite? Who did I miss? Who did I not talk about that you were waiting for me to talk about? There's a few I can think of that I definitely could have, should have included. Like Babette, Miss Patty, Jackson. There's more. Whoa. Madeline and Louise combo. I don't know. Zach, Dave. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I need to now rest my voice for the rest of the day because I feel like garbage. But this was a fun little break in my day. So I hope that you're staying safe, happy, and healthy. And I'll see you guys next time.